We are back live. It's the Alex Jones Show, streaming live at prisonplanet.tv. Again, USA Today and the Boston Herald, as well as the Associated Press, have picked up on the story. We now go live to Alex Jones on the ground in Hardin, Montana. Alex?
Okay, we just got a tour from Becky Shea, the former Billings Gazette reporter that's now the PR spokesperson for this facility for American Police Force. She admitted that it'll be a foreign paramilitary mercenary training facility. She admitted that it's going to be a detention facility. I saw some other things inside that I'll talk about in the last hour today once I'm out of here. I'll just leave it at that, to say the least. But the point is this is just off the charts. They're now doing massive damage control. They're about to give us a tour of the outside of the facility. I just got a tour of only one wing of this gigantic $27 million facility. They would not let us into most of the areas. Just while I was in some of the offices, I saw blueprints, I saw documents. I'm just going to leave it at that. But this story is definitely the mother lode. This is definitely a black site / ghost site in the United States. They plan to have this be a ghost site, but locals blew the whistle. They were definitely going to try to become the police through the Two Rivers Authority, basically taking over the town of Hardin. This individual is tied in with high-powered Serb operatives. His dad is some type of high-ranking Serb, Chatar, but he won't give anybody else his name. Then you have this Hilton character. Again, that's a fake name. He's Serbian. There are German troops here, German paramilitaries, British paramilitaries, but they're keeping back from us deeper in the facility. There are troops here right now at this facility. By that, I mean paramilitary forces. We are inside the Constantina wire, literally locked into the prison right now before she comes back out. And we're going to get in the car with her and get a tour. She is very nice. She just got hired as the PR person, and I think is pretty freaked out right now that all of this is happening because of their, just incredible secrecy. We have had 3 different carloads, now a 4th and 5th pulling up of listeners. People are giving us thumbs up around town. We have a huge listenership here. So this is just amazing. But again, Becky has been extremely helpful. She's talking to some of the other folks. Hey, folks, you listeners? Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Mike Keller.
Mike, nice to meet you. Ma'am, what's your name?
Tony Meyer.
Hey, Tony, nice to meet you. Boy, more and more listeners are arriving here. Had a lot of locals driving by giving us thumbs up. Where Becky has been extremely helpful, not shadowy like the other folks that have been running the facility. She took over as PR last Friday. She admitted that it was only disclosed to her then that he's a 14-time felon. But again, this is one of the most dangerous missions we've ever been on, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a black site, ghost site they were planning to go live with. I have seen incontrovertible proof while inside the facility. And as you were saying, USA Today, AP, others are picking this up. Here's the deal. I want you to go to Steve Quayle, bring him up, and then we're going to leave this phone live as all these listeners are arriving, as we get through them in her car and get a live tour. Then Jaron will be fading live to her giving us a tour of the facility. Just whenever you want, Jaron, whenever you think something's important, just fade it up. And we'll be getting Steve Quayle's quick take on this. He's also talked to Becky Shea, the spokesman here. There's more TV media now arriving. I told everybody this was a key report. Hey, Becky, I'm sorry to interrupt. Are we still going to get that tour? Okay, we're going to come right back, guys. Or they can follow along if they want.
We did the tour on Saturday.
Oh, you've already done the tour.
You've
done the tour. Okay, we got a lot of media here. There was CBS News here earlier. Yes, I'm going to be back in 10 minutes. How long will this tour take? 10 minutes? Yeah, we're going to be back in 10. Okay, Burmis, is that all letting you hear?
Yes, absolutely, Alex. I'd just like to also point out that one of our listeners did call in and contact Blackwater from Canada, where he asked if there were any operations going on with Blackwater in Canada. He said no, but we are beginning operations in Montana. Yet more confirmation.
Hold on, Burmis. We got Steve Quayle. Becky, tell us we're about to have the tour.
We're going to take the tour. We're going to go around the back of the facility, and I'm going to point out some landmarks to him.
Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead.
Thanks for letting me visit with you today.
He's very nice. Let's go ahead and bring Steve up right now. Steve, give us your take on the situation.
Well, the situation, Alex, is as the press has broken on the past background of Hilton, and then obviously Paul Watson writing on the tie-in with Blackwater, I just just got off the phone with someone up in the Flathead Valley who's talking. Now, this is all relevant to what you're doing down there. The presence of Blackwater training foreign military up in the Canadian border area between the Flathead Valley, and up to Eureka, Montana, etc. So the point is that given the nature of, and by the way, I talked to Becky Shea yesterday too, the lady you're talking to on the phone, and my film crew that I had sent down there was down there yesterday. But obviously the situation that I think everyone's got to understand is you follow the money trail. It is my contention that we're seeing front men who are put out there that are willing to take the heat to hide the real ownership and the real purpose. You need to ask Becky what the 10 to 16,000 acres is going to be used for. That
She's told us, Steve. She says that they are getting additional acres for an international paramilitary training facility.
Well, and again, ask her then who the international paramilitary is going to be trained for. Because as Alex, as you and I are on the radio right now, I'm getting people that are listening in to us saying that they're observing. And you flew into Billings. Did you fly into Billings?
Yes, we've had locals tell us and callers to the show that they've seen Black Humvees, Black Hawk helicopters, men training in the hills.
Right, and in the area that you are at, the thing that I think is really important for all the listeners is to realize that reservations have different rules and regulations, which allows a lot of foreign corporations and foreign military.
Yes, it's just like Guantanamo. That's why they moved it there, because it's a no-man's land. Steve, I'm here getting a tour from Becky right now. I want to keep you I know we said we'd only have you for 20 minutes. You're very busy. I'm going to be leaving in about 10 minutes. Can you give us a full report at the bottom of the hour since we're getting the tour right now?
Sure. And Alex, are you going to possibly call me off air, because I would like to
meant to call you this morning, but things started moving so fast. We are in one of the police vehicles that had the Hardin police.
You're in my company.
Yes. We're in the company car that did have the decals on it saying Hardin, correct? Correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Yes. I am in one of the black Mercedes-Benz SUVs inside the detention center right now. So, Steve, we're going to fade you down for just a few minutes and come right back to you because we really want your analysis. Becky is going to be, I'm going to be using the phone as a microphone so she can give us a live report. Becky, where are we right now?
We are on the eastern side of Two Rivers Detention Facility. This is land that is owned by the Port Authority here, the city of Hardin. The facility and the land are owned by the city of Hardin. And I'm going to point out the boundaries of our land, where the boundaries are to our good neighbors, the Crow Indian Nation, and where we intend to do some construction on this property.
Okay, and this facility is now where here in this big field on the back end of the Constantino wire, where here is this where they're planning to build the International Military Training Facility?
No, sir, and I want to make clear to, hopefully I'm live, I want to make clear to everyone that the training facility is also for, domestic. So you listeners out there, if you got a police department, hometown group that needs some good quality training, we're going to be available to offer it to them too.
Sure, and what about Blackwater connections? We've been hearing a lot about that, and the company in several places has bragged that they have Blackwater connections.
I've heard so many names that it's just absolutely phenomenal to me. We're not disclosing the name of our parent company, and that's it. We're not disclosing the name of our parent company. We stand alone.
Oh, there's a parent company.
Well,
there is a parent company of American Police Force.
There is an umbrella company. American Police Force stands alone as a corporation, and we are American Police Force. We are who we are.
But if it's a secretive group owned by a secret group and it's headed by a 14-time felon, and then they were putting police decals on their vehicles the first few days, I mean, don't people have a right to be a little bit concerned about this, Becky?
I think people have a right to whatever feeling they want, and I hope that, Alex, I've entrusted you and your crew. We've talked for an hour?
Yes, you were very nice. I think you're a very nice, genuine, but
No, let me finish. I think we've talked for about an hour. You've got the context, and I'm trusting you to explain to your audiences that this is my company car, and just share with them all the information I've shared with you.
But Becky, there are newscasts where the locals and the people at American Police Force were saying they wanted this to be Guantanamo Bay West. That was on CNN.
That was not American Police Force, and I'd ask you to go back and recheck your sources. That was too.
So they've not been requesting to have this as a facility to hold detainees?
No, sir. And please, everyone, listen carefully. Two Rivers Detention Facility will not hold Guantanamo Bay nor other multinational offenders for a minimum and medium.
Why did I see documents on the wall, blueprints saying foreign alien detention facility?
That's the former leasee who was here. You also saw documents on the wall that said civigenic surplus. When CEC pulled out of this facility, they left everything from letterhead to 2-year-old packages of mustard in my desk, Alex. Those people walked.
Okay, we're going to skip this break, okay? Is that clear? We have time to skip the break? Genesis? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Are we live?
Yes.
Okay, we're skipping this break right now. Steve Quayle, we're going to go back to Becky here in just a moment, but I'm going to hand the phone to her, Steve, for any questions you've got for Becky, the spokesperson for American Police Force here in Hardin at the detention facility. We are on the property right now. Here is Becky. You wanted to talk to Steve Quayle, Becky. Here you are live on the radio.